speaking of getting really pure and to the heart of it, you've had some fun in Aragon in Spain with the new F-Type Coupe. Now, we've of course spent lots of time with the convertible, so there's huge expectations with that Coupe. Before we get into the story, one word about the car.
One word, a laugh ride. I mean, that's not one word, but that's exactly what that car is. It's got so much power, yet there is that intrinsic old school feel to it. And all you do is just keep sliding the car around and you just keep laughing. That's how good that car is.
That's how cars should be. And
That's how cars
of
should
course,
be.
Ian Callum and team have done a great job with the way it looks as well.
Absolutely.
So it works. So of course, we're going to now bring you that review. That car is pretty hot. Let's get straight to it. The F-Type convertible preceded the Coupe, not always the order of things, and whether it's the topless version or this car, just look at it. It is quite sensational, isn't it? It's like Keira Knightley in Pirates of the Caribbean, a corset-wearing quintessential beauty that'll also be a lethal slayer when you want her to be. What a turn-on! The F-Type Coupe comes with two engine layouts, a V6 and a thunder-making V8. The V6 has two iterations, 335 bhp and a generous 375 horses. But the car we're driving today is that murderous V8, 5 litres worth of engineering brilliance that makes 542 brake horsepower. The F-Type Coupe has adaptive dynamics control. In the R version, the spring rates have gone up by 4.3% at the front and 3.7% at the rear, and the dampers are constantly reprogrammed. The Coupe also gets the second generation electronic differential. It's been recalibrated and goes from fully open to fully locking torque in nearly 200 milliseconds. The suspension setup is hard, and that kind of works. The mad character of this car and the way it sounds. Pops and crackles on shifts, and the way it looks. You want it to be a little bit naughty. It'd be just wrong if it weren't. The 8-speed ZF gearbox is pure delight, and the steering is magnificent. Throwing the car around bends is a real blast, especially because of the active dynamics and torque vectoring by the brakes that just tuck the car back in check by applying a slight bit of brake pressure on the inner wheels. Speaking of brakes, the optional carbon ceramics on the S and R trims are worth the extra dough.
The F-Type Coupe may not be as clinically perfect as, say, the Porsche 911 or the Audi R8, but that's exactly what the point is. That's what makes the Coupe that much more special. This has spine that a few of these sports cars over the years have lost. You can have really insane amount of fun even at very, very rational speeds. If the Porsche 911 and the Audi R8 are special episodes of Two and a Half Men, really funny episodes of Two and a Half Men, this thing is slapstick comedy. It's that much better. The cabin of the F-Type Coupe, well, it's not really as dramatic as how the car looks from the outside. You still have a couple of really cool inserts like these, the gold colored starter button and the dynamic control that's also finished in gold. But otherwise, there's not really a lot of difference between the convertible and the coupe. And the overall quality, I think it's a little bit more, there's a little bit more scope out there. And the Germans are still doing a lot better job when it comes to the interiors.
But the business end in this cabin is spot on. The seat is just right and all the controls are well in reach and intuitively placed. The F-Type Coupe is made completely of aluminium and weighs just shy of 1700 kilos. And well, we agree that the engines are powerful enough to take care of the weight, but still that's a bit heavy for a sports car made entirely of aluminium. Expect the car in India this year, and yes, prices can be expected in the 1.2 to 1.5 crore rupee range.